are here. Super Bowl matchup. We know who it will be. Big shocker. I don't know who's happy about this. I'm not. Now I got to root for a three-peat as the Kansas City Chiefs took care of the Buffalo Bills and the Philadelphia Eagles dominated the Washington Commanders. Chiefs, Eagles, we will see it in 2 weeks from yesterday. And, a couple of things. We're going to get to the Eagles. We're going to get to Saquon Barkley. But I want to talk about the great game. Because this was a great game last night. 32-29, down to the final moments, really, there with opportunities from Buffalo to make the big play, unable to do it, much like last week, and yet they were able to overcome the Ravens, who made more mistakes, and there were critical mistakes in this game from both teams. But here's the one thing I want to start with saying, because I am sick of this. Like, we've been talking about this. I've been trying to beat Kansas City all year long. Right? I don't want to see this. I am tired of watching the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I'm tired of it. Right? They're going for their fourth championship, their third in a row. They've been to 5 Super Bowls. They're in the AFC Championship game every single year that Patrick Mahomes has been the starting quarterback. Like, I understand we could talk about, it's greatness, it's this, it's that. It's going to be wonderful to see. We've never seen anything like it before. How could you hate on history like this? Just be thankful. It's like watching Tiger Woods in his prime and everything else we're hearing. Nonsense. I'm sick of it. I wanted Buffalo to win this game. I wanted Lamar Jackson to figure out a way to get into this game and win this game. I want to see who can beat the unbeatable. Having said all that, we need to stop bitching and complaining about the referees. It is obnoxious. Kansas City won the damn game. Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Steve Spagnuolo, Chris Jones, Worthy, Kareem Hunt, and the rest of the Kansas City Chiefs earned this victory. Earned the 1 seed, earned the game in their building, earned the victory last week, earned every bit of all the crap we can't stand about them anymore. They've earned every ounce of it. And I am so tired of everyone complaining. Because why? Because they gave a catch to Worthy that was ruled on the field. It hit the ground. It didn't move. Could it have been called an incomplete pass? Sure. Was it an interception? Absolutely not. They called it a completion. There was a defensive penalty on the play anyway. You're going to tell me that this Buffalo's defense, who continues year after year to not be able to make a single stop against Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes when it matters most, 13 seconds left sometimes. They were going to stop him there. They were going to stop him at the end of the game. They were going to go in there and score a touchdown and seal the victory and keep it and again, these calls, that is a call you see all the time. The idea that is some horrible call, it's debatable, and it went the Chiefs' way. And sometimes the great get lucky. Absolutely, you don't get to where the Chiefs are without some luck. You don't become the dynasty New York Yankees without someone reaching over to steal a home run in Game 1 of the 1996 ALCS. You get some breaks, of course. I'm not saying everything hasn't, gone their way sometimes or that they haven't caught a break here or there. You don't go for a three-peat without catching breaks. But the idea, and then you get to the fourth down play at the start of the fourth quarter, that's on Buffalo for continuing to run their version of the tush push, which, by the way, sucks in comparison. I understand they've been successful at it. I know last week, at the end of the game, Tony Romo was screaming it. I echoed his screaming when I came in last Monday and talked about why are you running? Why are you in shotgun? 3rd and 2, run the tush push a couple times. Like, I understand it. It didn't work at the 2-point conversion. It hadn't worked all game. And you get to that moment and you run it again. And now look, would I tell you if I had to bet my life on it, bet my mortgage on it? Was it a first down? Did he cross the line? Yeah, he probably did. But You got two different referees given two different spots. The lesser spot wins out. They go to replay. And I'm sorry, if you watch the NFL like I know you did, if you're listening to me at 2 o'clock in the morning following championship weekend, if you sit there on your couch all season long and you watch the Red Zone, or you're lucky enough to have the YouTube Now Sunday Ticket package, and you watch all these games on week 5 to week 10 or whatever week you want to pick, and you're sitting there and you're watching 12 games a day or whatever it is, you see a call at the line of scrimmage for a first down or over the goal line or whatever the case may be that you think they got completely wrong. It happens 5, 6, 7 times a week. That is an impossible play. It's ruled short. I didn't see anything in the video that would make me feel like that is a play or a spot that you have got to overturn in that spot. That's on the Bills for not being more successful. That's on the Bills for not making plays. That's on the Bills for leaving it up to the referee's decision to dictate the game. That's on the Bills. I'm so tired of hearing it. I hate the Kansas. I haven't gotten to hate just yet. But I am sick of them. Is it over? Am I oversaturated with them? You bet your ass I am. Do I wish the Buffalo Bills would have won this game? Of course I do. Do I wish they would have, am I looking forward to having to root for them in the Super Bowl? I am not. But that doesn't change the fact that they have Patrick Mahomes and they have Andy Reid and they deserve every bit of it. And you know what else? Unfortunately, and maybe we don't all want to hear this, the Buffalo Bills deserve to lose. The Buffalo Bills deserve to lose. Whether it's, so many different things. Going back to the draft, we watch Worthy in this game. Xavier Worthy, who is starting to really emerge. The first touchdown of the season, Xavier Worthy. And now in this game, 6 receptions, 85 yards. He's got a touchdown. He's obviously explosive. He makes some of the big plays down the stretch of the game to seal the victory. The big catch, obviously, that we're just talking about. They traded back with Kansas City so Kansas City could get another weapon. Never mind the fact that it was, we forget now because it was a long time ago. They let Kansas City trade up to take Patrick Mahomes. If you're going to be the organization who lets the Kansas City Chiefs trade up for Patrick Mahomes and shift the landscape of the NFL, and then, after losing to them multiple times in the playoffs, allow them to jump up and take the fastest wide receiver in the draft, shame on you. And that's before we even talk about what happened after kickoff. Whether it's early in this game, Allen looking lost, and throwing his first 2 passes, both should have been interceptions. Then he fumbles a snap on the second drive, and he's lucky to recover that. They did not come out and start this game well. Then they get their footing, they take a 10-7 lead, and then they allow big plays. And the defense doesn't make a big stop ever. Ever. Now, this was a great back-and-forth game. They come back. They give up the touchdown right at the end of the second half and come back and get points going into the halftime, which was huge as Kansas City was getting the ball back at the second half. They stopped Kansas City on that first drive of the second half. They go in and score. They try and get a 2-point conversion, unsuccessful. But yeah, they played well enough. Cook makes an incredible second effort on a 4th down to get the touchdown. We all know the plays of the game and how it went. But you know what? Here's the fact of the matter. The Kansas City Chiefs deserve to win this game. And the Buffalo Bills deserve to lose it. And I'm tired. As much as I'm tired of seeing them win, and as much as I'm tired of now another 2 weeks leading up to another Kansas City Super Bowl and what this will mean. No other team has done it. Tom Brady hasn't done it. You're going to start to talk about, hey, if Andy Reid sticks around, he's going to win more postseason games than Belichick. You could be talking about a regime and a dynasty even better than the Patriots, who had a long gap in between, who won a bunch early, had a long gap of losing, or at least, not winning the championship, never losing, but not getting to the Super Bowl, and then had that second run and won a bunch more Super Bowls at the end of Tom Brady's run in New England. But I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear whether or not they could chase that dynasty. What does 3 in a row mean? No other quarterback's ever done it. Does this put him and Tom Brady alone at the top? Blah, blah, blah. We're going to hear it all week. And I'm sick to my stomach thinking about it, especially going against Philadelphia and Saquon Barkley. But that doesn't change the fact that the conversations are warranted. And it doesn't change the fact that they've earned this victory. And it doesn't change the fact that they are who they are, not because the referees allow it, but because they take it. Because Patrick Mahomes is a cold stone winner. Andy Reid is the best head coach in the NFL. Spagnuolo is the best defensive coordinator possibly in the history of the NFL. And if he wins this next game, I don't know how you could argue it. He dials up the disguised blitz on the last offensive play of Buffalo to get pressure and force that throw where, yeah, Kincaid could have caught it. He didn't. Another reason, it's on Buffalo. They had every opportunity to win this game. And I hate the narrative that seems to be out there. Oh, that should have been a first down. Oh, how do you call that a catch? Oh, there we are again, getting another, there was no real bad call in this game. Kansas City went out there and took it. And Buffalo deserved to lose it.